Okay, but can somebody like explain to me why everybody and their mothers is like getting skinny? I'm just gonna say skinny.
I miss life when everyone wasn't trying to be as skinny as possible.
I'm not trying to body shame when I say this. I'm not trying to come for anyone's looks directly when I say this. Why is it so normal now to be so sickly skinny?
Isn't it crazy how just a few years ago, everybody wanted to be thick? Everybody wanted surgery. Everybody wanted curves on curves. Everybody wanted to look a certain way, and that was the goal. And now, like right now, everybody wants to be skinny. Don't get me wrong. Being slim is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I'm a slim girl. I've always been a slim girl and I'm super proud of it. But this type of skinny that is trending right now, this isn't healthy slim. This isn't confident slim. This is the type of skinny where you look like you're about to disappear. This is the type of skinny where your face is sunken and your eyes looks tired. This is the type of skinny that makes people on the internet say, sis, are you okay? And it's crazy that so many people are chasing it like it's a prize.
I never thought I'd say this because I'm a weight loss dietitian, and I know it's gonna sound like, why would you say this? But everyone is getting so skinny. Like I'm scroll on TikTok and I see people's faces. I see not only collarbones, but just so much of their jaws. And I honestly low key, part of being a dietitian is you can see for signs of malnutrition. Like I'm seeing people's temples go in. I'm seeing people's faces just get tinier and tinier and tinier. And honestly,
Extreme fitness being marketed as ideal is so harmful. It's like promoting ED culture. Bodies should not be a trend.
Hi guys, if you're new here, I'm Stacy. Let's be honest. This didn't come from nowhere. One day the internet was preaching body positivity and all bodies are beautiful. And now the same internet is preaching Ozempic. If it was about health, we'd be talking about energy, right? We'd be talking about strength. We'd be talking about actually living your life. But we're not. We are talking about getting smaller, about taking up less space, about looking like you're fading. And the scariest part of it is how fast it switched. How fast everybody forgot the conversations we were having 2 years ago. How fast love yourself turned into lose more weight. Anyways, let's get into what the internet is saying, and I'll be back with more commentary.
I'm not trying to body shame when I say this. I'm not trying to come for anyone's looks directly when I say this. Why is it so normal now to be so sickly skinny? It is like mainstream. Like every celebrity that I haven't seen in a year, I see, and they're bone skinny, and it's like normal to be able to count their ribs. How is this healthy in today's society? Like, I feel so scared for the girls that are like 13, 14, 15 growing up, seeing their favorite celebrities, and they're all bone skinny. Like, why is this the new thing to be achieved or to want? Like, do we not want long, thick, healthy hair? Do we not want muscle mass? Do we not want to be able to have kids someday? Why is this normalized? I hate this. I would not want a kid growing up in this. And I think it's so important to know that, like, normal people don't look like that and eat real food and regular food and don't do, like, it's just so, like, why is that okay now? Why is everyone getting bone skinny again? Why is being who you are and the healthiest version of yourself not the best trend? Like, I hope you know, when you see all that stuff, like, do not look at it and think that it is something to be achieved, because it's not. To be achieved is something that's long, thick, healthy hair, being healthy, being able to hike, being able to move, being able to weightlift, being able to pick up your kids one day. Why is this so normalized? I hate it. And it's not normal. And that's my 2 cents on it. I don't really give my opinion that much, but I just feel I need to talk about it because real people get affected by this stuff. It's not normal.
Everyone in Hollywood is extremely skinny right now, and there's an argument being made that this is on purpose to control women because when they are this thin, they are physically weaker. But I would actually argue that this is a psychological warfare campaign. They do the exact same thing with men in a different way when it comes to things like porn, because porn obviously hijacks their dopamine reward system. It makes them perceive women differently, and it makes them mentally weaker. The reason that body trends go in and out of style for women every few years is because it keeps you obsessed with it. You can never keep up with it, and that's the entire point. These celebrities and really big influencers have access to things that you don't have in order to change their bodies very quickly to fit the new trend. It is to keep you scrolling on these algorithms, obsessing over your body, constantly body checking in the mirror, figuring out what you can do in order to achieve that certain body trend. It's designed to keep you distracted from your family, your purpose, and what's actually going on. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with wanting to lose weight and be your healthiest and be in the best shape of your life. Those are all good things, and we do have an obesity crisis in America. What I am talking about is the body trends ever changing. It will change in a few years again. The BBL style will be back, or something else will be new. you, and all of the celebrities and big influencers will be changing their bodies again. And it's going to drive you crazy if you let it. Hair color trends are always changing, style trends are always changing, makeup trends are always changing. It's designed to literally drive you crazy and keep you spending money. Don't fall for it.
Do you know why celebrities and people in the public eye are all of a sudden losing so much weight? It's obviously weight loss medication, but that's like more the how. The why is that the camera actually does add 10 pounds. Like, not only the camera, the paparazzi, the people in your comments, the people who you're working with, the hair and makeup people who are all telling you how much they need to lose weight. The constant comments from people in your circle, the living in LA and New York, where diet culture is all people ever talk about. That part is constant. Even as somebody, I lived in LA for 5 years. I've been in the modeling industry, but as a curvy model, like a size 6'8", even at that point, it is still so rampant. It is constant. And I'm all for self-improvement. I think like that's wonderful. But at the same time, there is a reason why you see all of these people who maybe used to live in bigger bodies all of a sudden changing and being able to, now that these things are so accessible to them, this like opportunity to change their bodies after years of being scrutinized, after years of people telling them, paparazzi catching them in unflattering angles, whatever. Like, even just from modeling, I know like you have no control over the photos. You might look in yourself in the mirror and say, wow, I look great. And then you get an unflattering photo of you and you're like, your body dysmorphia kicks in and you're like, what the hell? That's what I actually look like. But the camera does add 10 pounds. It really changes the way that you look. It's sad and it sucks to say because like that's the career that a lot of these people chose for themselves. And I get that. But I think we need to have a little more grace with people when it comes to conforming to society's standards. While I don't think it's, you know, the best thing in the world, at the same time, like there's a reason why they're all doing it, you know? And again, lying about it and being deceitful, like who was that girl who was like, oh yeah, I've never had lip filler, but like your lips have tripled in size, babe, like let's be so for real. That's crazy to me. Like full blown blatantly lying about it is not cool. However, just doing what society's been pressuring you to do and people around you have been pressuring you to do for years and years and years, and finally being able to do it, it's a slippery slope of like how we actually should feel about that, because you know, I think we need to put ourselves in their shoes, and like I can only imagine the kind of pressure they're under and what they've been going through. But yeah.
And I'm like, why are they losing so much weight?
It's because they select for childlike features. Hey, did y'all know that European beauty standards that are around today were shaped by tuberculosis? The more you know. What does that say about you, that you want them so sick they can't run away?
You all can see I'm not the only person noticing this. The internet is on fire right now. Everybody's talking about how our celebrities are looking alike now. Like literally twin air. Same face, same body, same small frame. 1 minute it was curves and BBLs and build your body. The next minute it's Ozempic and skinny is in. And suddenly every celeb looks like they got shrunk in the wash. And you're sitting there wondering, wait, which one is it? Because our generation right now, we can't catch a break. Every single year, something new is happening. 1 year tells us to be thick, to get surgery, to build the body, to be slim thick, to take up space. Then the next year, they tell us to be skinny, to shrink, to disappear, to take up less space. So tell me, what are we supposed to do? What are we supposed to teach the younger girls watching us? It's really sad because right now they don't know what to listen to anymore. They don't know if they should be in the gym building muscles to be fit. They don't know if they should be getting surgery to be beautiful. They don't know if they should be sick to be slim. They don't know if they should be slim thick or just plain skinny. And that's confusion. That's dangerous. Because when celebrities keep changing the goal every 2 years, the younger generation thinks the goal is the celebrity, not health, not peace, not themselves. They think being skinny is the real goal because that is what is on their screen 24/7. So no, this isn't just about bodies. This is about whether we are teaching girls to love themselves or teaching them to chase a trend that will change again next year. Hi, I'm Stacy. Welcome to Unfiltered. And if you're tired of this switch up too, then you're in the right place, because here we talk about it for real.
Please talk about the skinny epidemic that's going on right now. It seems like social media has gone from glorifying being strong and having muscle to being literally the smallest version of us. Obviously, we're all aware of peptides and other medications that are used for weight loss. And to be clear, I do believe it's your body, your choice. However, I think it is extremely important that we recognize how much this content is going to affect the average consumer. Think about scrolling through your social media, scrolling, seeing pages after pages of these girls that you would classify as your ideal dream body without realizing or knowing what they did to get there. Suddenly, a woman that has spent years in the gym trying to gain muscle and be strong and be fit is now seeing all of these girls that are trying to be the tiniest versions of themselves. And for someone like me that has struggled with their relationship with food and get out of that headspace of wanting to be smaller and take up less space, this definitely takes your brain on a little bit of a spiral. So I just wanted to come on here to remind you that your worth is not determined by how small you can make yourself. Fitness should be about getting stronger and healthier, improving your quality of life, feeling more confident in your skin, and building these sustainable habits that you can use in your everyday life. Body trends will change, and we've seen that year after year, but just remind yourself that your health is more important.
I never thought I'd say this because I'm a weight loss dietitian, and I know it's gonna sound like, why would you say this? But everyone is getting so skinny. Like, I'm scroll on TikTok and I see people's faces. I see not only collarbones, but just so much of their jaws. And I honestly, like, low-key, part of being a dietitian is you can see for signs of malnutrition. Like, I'm seeing people's temples go in. I'm seeing people's faces just get tinier and tinier and tinier. And honestly, I feel the need to just, like, come out and say this because being skinny also comes with consequences, meaning intentional weight loss, I'm fully supportive of. It's literally what I sell. I literally am specialized in this as a dietitian, but losing too much weight comes with consequences, just like being too overweight, just like having too much body fat, having a too high body fat percentage. I also get really worried for all of these very young women who eventually want to become moms in the future. When you don't have enough body fat, you can lose your menstrual cycle alongside a slew of other issues with your hormones in your body, your bone mass, your muscle mass, all of that. I feel like I'm in the twilight zone because I was born in the early 90s, and skinny was so popular. And I just feel really sad for young women out there that are seeing so much of this right now because I know how detrimental it is. And I just think people are getting a little too skinny. I don't know.
Okay, but can somebody like explain to me why everybody and their mothers is like getting skinny? I'm just gonna say skinny because I'm not gonna say the word on this app. Why is everybody getting sickly skinny? Like, I know why. Trust me, I know why. But it's like, why? Why has society gone in this direction? Like, I'm just confused. Like, it's kind of scary. It's really, really scary. Like, everybody is getting extremely skinny. And I'm like, what? Like, what? Like, I just saw you 3 months ago. Like, what? Like, I know that has always been the desired body type. We've moved in a direction where, like, body positivity, like, it's had its movement and its moment, but, like, low-key at the back of everybody's minds, like, that was just always the desired body type. Like, there's always gonna be that constant in the back of our head, right? But I didn't know it was gonna get to this level. Like, this is insane. This is wild. It'll never be me. I mean, keep doing you. Like, hopefully we can transition from this and, like, go back to what we used to be as a society, like body inclusivity. But, like, it's scary, guys. It's scary. I'm quite scared. Get me out of here.
Why is everyone in Hollywood right now so skinny? Like, dangerously skinny. Like, I'm concerned for their health. Like, I don't... And this is not to body shame anyone. This is not to... I don't want this to be taken the wrong way. I never like commenting on people's bodies. But when it comes down to a person's health and well-being, yeah, this is very scary. What's even scarier is no one's talking about it. Like, it's all like it's being normalized. I look at a lot of the women in the Wicked cast right now, and they are all so beautiful, so incredibly talented, but wow, what happened? I look at people like Lily Collins. Also, this is a little bit of a different situation. Like Cat's Eye, they don't look unhealthy, but they're all very petite girls. Like they're all skinny, but not in like a unhealthy way. There's certain celebrities out there that I've seen. Also that girl from Stranger Things too, that I'm blanking on her name. I'm like, oh my god, like just seeing people like drastically lose a large amount of weight, which is so unnecessary. It's just, yeah, it's very weird. But yeah, going back to Cat's Eye, I think they're naturally skinny girls, right? And they're also young, you know. But this like need or pressure for girl groups to look a certain way makes me very angry. I think it's also why I love Frequency so much, and like a lot of the bands that were formed on Building the Band, season 4, very body like inclusive, and yeah, even going back to Frequency, they have very healthy bodies, and their bodies look like mine. And I was like, oh, thank God. Like that's what a healthy body looks like. And they look amazing. And they're also around my age. I think they're all like 24 and 25. And I was like, oh, thank God. You're like my saving grace right now. Please don't lose any weight. Because this is extremely damaging to my mental health, to everyone's mental health, especially people that are younger than me, people that have suffered from eating disorders. This is like very triggering to see these celebrities flaunting their them being underweight on the red carpet, on TV, and these like gorgeous gowns and suits and blah blah blah. And I'm over here like, wow, I can't look at this. This is whew. All that being said, this is your reminder to take care of yourself, to nourish your bodies, to, you know, eat right, to treat yourself, move your body, regulate your nervous system. Just, yeah, literally do whatever you need to do to take care of yourself, and don't feel this pressure to, oh, I have to lose 5 pounds. When I get to this weight, then I'll be happy. When I get to blah, blah, blah. It's okay. As long as you're healthy, as long as you feel good on the inside, you will glow on the outside. So please, I beg of you. I'm tired. Meghan Trainor. Oh my God. I'm just tired.
Explain to me why almost every body positivity activist, influencer, celebrity magically got skinny the second that weight loss drugs hit the shelves. Everyone from Meghan Trainor to Lizzo to Kelly Clarkson, Rebel Wilson, and now Amy Schumer. For a decade, women were told diet culture is toxic.
Diet culture is toxic, and it's worse than ever. We're not just talking about weighing your food and being disciplined and things like that. No, we're talking about the derogatory comments that people make even if they're doing everything right, but they don't look the part. We're talking about being as skinny as possible for everyone's validation. We're talking about calories less than 1,000 calories for a grown adult. We're talking about telling women not to strength train because they don't want to look bulky. There's also a lot of men who do value their health. Maybe they just don't have the same priorities as a bodybuilder or a physique competitor. And just because they don't have a six-pack, just because they don't fit the mold, they get labeled as a shift father, a weak man, someone who doesn't have discipline. When in reality, a lot of these men have more discipline than you can imagine. It's just not fucking self-serving. That's the negative diet culture that we're talking about. And if we're gonna have a grown-up discussion here, we all need to be having the same conversation and the same reality. I'm gonna be as respectful as possible when replying to this, okay? I just really want you all to understand. The majority of people were not celebrating body fat itself, or risk factors, or anything like that. They just refused to be labeled as less than. They refused to talk down about themselves, and they wanted to love themselves as a whole and not let their body hold them back from having self-assured confidence. And also, this is true whether you believe it or not. There are a lot of people who will not only get skinny, but surpass actual physical and mental health to fit the mold that society puts on them. Because we're told that you have to be flawless. You gotta be like this. You can't have one roll. You can't have any cellulite. And if you don't look the part, it doesn't matter if you don't have any risk factors. You've already been labeled and stigmatized. However, if you go in the other direction and you do accumulate risk factors, no one gives a shit. And they will keep going and keep treating themselves worse to get the acceptance from people who don't truly care about them. But if someone loved who they were as a whole in a bigger body, and they accepted who they were as a whole, it doesn't mean that they were content. It means that they're just not going to shit on themselves because society tells them to. And maybe they were on a quest to improve their overall health and be in the thinner body. Totally okay. But now we have this useful tool like the GLP-1s where they can expedite it. And what do they get in return? They get shit on again. Oh, I thought you liked being fat. I thought you liked being out of shape. You obviously want to be skinny. You shit on them when they're big. You shit on them when they're thin. And what do? They love themselves throughout the entire experience. And somehow, they're the ones that are wrong. All these celebrities and singers and all that, they have always had value. If you're diminishing their value due to their physique, that's on you, not them. They still have the same value regardless of what body they're in, and they knew that. And that sort of confidence pisses a lot of people off because they don't have that level of confidence or self-assurance. Now you can go ahead and purposely misinterpret everything that I'm saying and thinking of all the people who just enable others and make excuses and everything, and you're hearing what you want to hear and you're seeing what you want to see, and that's fine. But I made my point. You don't really give a shit how you interpret it. I just think as a whole we focus too much on other people's bodies as opposed to who they are. And it's fucked up. Before people start with but people need to stop saying healthy at every size. They say health at every size. No matter how much weight someone has lost, no matter how many healthy habits they actually are carrying out, they have already been labeled and stigmatized and put into a box until they reach a certain point. And basically what they're trying to say is, hey, you don't know me, you don't know how I live my life. I'm not just a body full of risk factors, I'm a human being and I deserve respect. You think I'm promoting obesity? Fine. Last time I checked, I thought I was just existing. I didn't know that that was just reserved for people with a certain body composition. Please tell me you understand. I don't think I could be more clear than that.
Let me leave you with this before I go. I, Stacey, I don't joke with staying fit. I go to the gym 247, 24/7. I'm a gym lover, yeah. I love to be fit all the time. And I'm not doing this just because of today. I'm not doing this just because skinny is trending. I'm doing this for the future because it is proven. Staying fit actually helps you when you're getting older, you know. It helps your bones, it helps your energy, it helps your whole life in general. So if you're a younger person, if you're a Gen Z watching this right now, think about it. If you choose to look this skinny now, this slim, sick, skinny, what do you want to look like when you get older? If you're fat or obese and you want to lose weight for your health, that is totally different. That's about health. That's about living longer. That's about feeling good for your body. But what I'm seeing right now, what I'm seeing online right now is not that. This is not health. This is what I call slim sick. This is looking like you're about to fade away. This is looking tired. This is looking weak. And that's not the goal. The goal is to be strong. The goal is to be fit. The goal is to be able to carry your body well when you're 40, in your 50s, in your 60s. So from me to you, from a gym lover to you, please choose fit over sick. Choose your strength over trends. Choose future you over what TikTok is pushing today. Anyway, guys, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. This is my very first video on this channel, and I would really appreciate if you show me some love. Like this video, share it to someone that needs to hear this. Let's build this channel together. Comment and drop your thoughts below. Tell me if you're tired of this switch up too. Thank you. This is Stacey. This is Unfiltered. No filter, just real talk. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.